Morning, folks. We will be ready to go shortly. Your old pal Jason, just a little bit hungover today. Just a little bit. It's not a habit I want to get back into. Finishing my breakfast. While the coffee finishes up, it's pretty much done. Straighten up my desk a little bit. A little cold today. I don't mind telling you. Cold and windy and rainy. Normally I'm okay with that, but I gotta mow my lawn. Probably ain't gonna happen today. Never told you guys how much I just love Blockhead's music. Experience the tiny takeover with Minecraft Realms, a private world brimming with baby mobs alongside up to 10 friends. I don't even have 10 friends. Dismiss. Get out of here. Care about any of these. Get out of here.
Sounds somewhat the same as if you said, attack the doctor.
Attack the doctor. Attack the doctor, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I didn't open this. Need that. Gotta have Social Stream Ninja open for when the kick bots show up. Potential Twitch bots. Twitch bots haven't been as bad. The kick bots. They're everywhere. Oh, that reminds me. What are we waiting for here? That was slow. That doesn't fill me with hope, confidence, joy, and wonder. Shout out coming up.
Oh, you know, it's just a basic multimedia package, nothing special.
Thanks for the follow on Kick. Pimp is king. I bless the roof on your house. $3,587 types of tropical fish. Not in the game, surely. Put the phone down, play the game. Excuse me. What the hell are we doing today? Oh yeah, Zelda Tower. Zelda Tower. We need other stuff. Yeah, we'll go with this. Guess we'll go to bed. It's only 3. Ever told you guys how much I love coffee? Excuse me. I think I got a thing going on. I'm not pleased about it. Oh, it's because we fished. What the hell happened here? Because we fished. That's what happened there. Okay. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have brought stuff to make a workbench. Because we need floor. There are no trees on Zelda Island, as we previously discussed. Just pop over there and cut down a tree real quick. Excuse me. I was out spraying at work. Basically all day Thursday and all day Friday. And the guy who has a property right next to the cemetery was doing some burning. And I don't know what he was burning, but ever since I've just been extra. Yeah, I've been extra, as the young people say. People all the time be saying. So I finally need to make that appointment to see the ENT dude. Or dudette, as the young people say. People all the time be saying. I don't know why I decided to come all the way over here to get wood, but I did. But I did, and while we're here... I have a plan. Which I know is terrifying. More to this tree than I thought there was. That's okay. Watched a couple movies. Oh, we talk about movies once in a while. It's like, you know, we should have a podcast about that. It'd be great. Okay. I watched a movie called The Enchanted. This was on Tubi, of course. And it not Enchanted, which was like Sleeping Beauty or some kind of nonsense. The Enchanted. This was a quote-unquote horror movie from the 80s. Takes place in Florida. When Florida wasn't really Florida yet. It's a little strange. Wasn't really horror in a way that I would define it. But it wasn't too bad. It's a kind of weird. I don't really. I can't talk about it too much without giving away plot stuff. Guy comes back to take over his family farm, and one of the guys who used to work with him or with his dad is there, and he's kind of, you know, the overly superstitious guy, and this new family moves in, and he's like, don't you be hanging around with those people, they ain't crazy. So our hero goes and hangs around with those people, and they really ain't all that crazy. Like the old woman in that song Susan's House. People say that back then she really wasn't that crazy. It was pretty good. Light nudity. A little bit of pretty cheap, crummy looking blood, you know. But I wouldn't call it a horror movie. But I thought it was, at the end of it all, I thought it was okay. It's got like a 5.5 on IMDb, and I think that's fair. It's not great, amazing cinema, but it's not garbage. And then I started watching another movie called Mikhail, which was kind of billed in the description as one thing and ended up being not that. So didn't really finish it. I usually will even like hate finish a movie, but I didn't finish this one. It's a crime drama, and the description was not for a crime drama. So as I was watching it, like, when's something gonna happen? Something? Anything happen, please? And then nothing happened. I mean, something happened, but not what I was expecting to happen. Started another film, a Japanese movie. It's called The Day of Destruction, I think it was the title. Monster locked in a coal mine and people are going crazy, and I thought, oh, that sounds pretty good. I can get into that. There's no subtitles for any of the text, and sometimes there's a lot of text. And it took like 15 minutes for me to even figure out if the movie was dubbed or not, because there's no dialogue for like 10 or 12 minutes. And hello, baby pig. I don't know. Excuse me. I did not finish that one. Because like we start out and there's a lady, she's like packing up stuff, and then she finds a gun, and then we have a flashback to like some samurai at what looks to be an old temple, and then we flash forward to a guy going into a cave, and then in the cave there's just like a robbing mattress or something, and then we cut back to something else, and then but all the dialogue, all the text, excuse me, in between the scene transitions wasn't translated. So it was hard to follow for that reason. So sadly, I did not finish that. I finished a movie called Dis, D-I-S. Not about a rap battle. This was about Mandragora and a Russian soldier who did some pretty horrible things. A lot of nudity in that one. Because it followed the whole thing. Like, you know how we get told, us young people, fairy tales, and then we don't get the whole story. Mandragora is one of those. The whole story of how Mandragora happens is explicit, and this movie did not shy away from that. It wasn't terrible. It's just weird, and I don't know. Normally I like weird. I'm fine with weird movies. I enjoy weird movies. This last couple were, it's not, you know, not quite what I was looking for. Of course, I didn't know what I was looking for, so it's hard to know. It's hard to know you find it. You don't know what you're looking for. Take that. I don't need any more of those wraiths or whatever they were ruining my day here. Where we found a little cave. Where was it? Maybe they don't come out all the time. Baby chicken, you are just a peep. You're a square peep. One there. Let's come in here. Okay. I don't know enough. Okay. Yeah, we can work with this. I don't think that's not to finish. Want popularity? Why? Aston is ish deck. No, I don't. No, I don't. In fact, that was a conversation I just had the other day. Someone said, you know, you do this on TikTok, and you could this, and you could that. someone else said, yeah, but if you did this, you could do that. Yeah, but I don't want to. You didn't make any noise. That's cheating. Sneaking up on me. He's a cheater. Continued to eat even though I was no longer hungry. Welcome to America. Anyway. Point being, ladies and gentlemen, I could probably be doing a lot more and get a lot more attention if I did. But, you know, do I want it? I don't want this to be a job. I used to think, oh man, this would be so cool if I could just play video games all day, get paid for it. Stream, you know, Justin TV. That would be so cool. And then I tried it for like 2 weeks. And then I thought, this sucks. And I realized like 2 weeks is not exactly. Being kind of facetious here. How far up do we want it? Should we just put our row of windows, our first row of light right up here? I think so. I need more granite for sure. What I mean is, like, some of you know that I go out and I gig and I play music in the summer and kind of on and off throughout the year when folks ask me to, and I enjoy it. Excuse me. I think it's a lot of fun. Doesn't pay the bills, and that's kind of part of my I don't want to say hesitation with it, but how many did we do? 3. The gig economy is not something that I think you really strive to make a living in, I guess is what I'm trying to say. 6, 7, 8, 9. And I say that and I know there are people out there who do it and do well at it, but it's just too inconsistent. You know what I mean? It's volatile. and we'll just mimic that on each side. And I don't doubt too much that if I really put some time and effort into this, that I can make this into a thing that made money. But I don't want to. I would have to take away from things that are proven to work for me. And I don't really want to do that. What am I doing? Why are we even having this conversation? I don't know. Oh, because of the TikTok thing. Excuse me. You'd have a lot more viewers if you would make these available on TikTok. And then I'd have to use TikTok. And I don't want to use TikTok. And I don't want to take the time to learn another social media platform. But have you seen the kind of things that happen on TikTok? This is just not for me. Do not want to be involved. And my goal is not fame and fortune, and my goal is not to hit it big. My goal is to enjoy doing this. And if other positives follow up from that, then perfect. You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. That. I appreciate that panes take less, but I wish I could see them. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, yep. Okay. I'm gonna take those eggs. Oh, we need to fix that water. Oh, that's terrible. A little better. Sorry, chicken. Okay, granite. We found a bunch Right over there, right? Pardon me. Oi! Pirateering is illegal, sir. Found all of that in there. I thought there was more. Hi, Dolphin. I hear the blue ones of you have an island. Read about it. Like 3rd grade or something. It's going to be another very good granite ball, I think. It's looking promising so far. I don't have a shovel. Yeah, there's a little bit. I got a feeling we're going to be here for a minute. I was just about to say, probably going to need a new pickaxe. Rains here an awful lot. It's a Lovecraft story called The Lurking Fear. And one of the major plot points is this family immigrated to America and they built this house up on this hill. And turns out this hill, specifically, for whatever reason, prone to a lot of thunderstorms. And over the generations, You know, the people in this family started to like really fear and hate the storms because the noise and the wind, and lightning, and all that. So they ended up like living in the basement and slowly, you know, degenerated into carnivorous human ape hybrid things. He wrote about that a couple of different times. There is a movie based on The Lurking Fear starring Rutger Hauer. Now, I want to tell you folks something about Rutger Hauer. If Rutger Hauer is in a movie, you can bet that Rutger Hauer is going to be really good in that movie, even if the movie is terrible. And unfortunately, he was in a lot of terrible movies. He was in The Sisters Brothers, which is not a terrible movie, but he has no dialogue. He's just like an angry old man who never speaks. And, you see him through a window and then he's dead. Later. And I was all excited. Like, no. John C. Reilly. He's either really good or really annoying, just depending on who else he's in the movie with. Joaquin Phoenix. That was right about the time he did that weird, beardy, homeless look stunt. And so I was a little, If I remember right, Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. That's how it's spelled, Gyllenhaal. And he's another one who's like, you know, I want to enjoy his acting better than I do, but he's just not very good in a lot of things. Anyway, point being, there was a lot in this movie that was kind of not going for it, but I watched it anyway. And it was a really good movie. Sisters Brothers. Really good. Joaquin Phoenix wasn't being Joaquin Phoenix. John C. Reilly was, excuse me, really good in it. I think it was kind of billed as a comedy, and it's not really a comedy. There's like some funny parts in it, but it's not really a comedy. It's just a good old Western drama. Kind of sad. Couple spots. It's a good movie though. Am I gonna need another pickaxe to get through all this? I haven't put my headphones on, I just realized. Sorry. I'm sure it's fine. We're gonna need another pickaxe. I don't even know if we're halfway through this. Start locking the boat up. What did we just say about piracy? I came across some footage of a fishing game, a horror fishing game, which I guess has become its own genre now. I'm not mad about it. I gotta find it again because I cannot remember the name of it, but we might get it and we might play it. I think it was in beta early access something. It wasn't finished. Every so often I'll get a wild hair up my hinder and I'll want to go and watch some alpha beta gamer videos. And that's where I find some of these things that I play for you folks. Like Dredge. I found Dredge through him. I think we'll just keep all of this. Gravel. We didn't get any flint. Pardon me. Rooted up, man. Our boots are not looking in very good shape. Protection of 2. Do we have anything better for our feet than protection of 2? Protection of 3. Okay, we won't worry about fixing our boots then. That's protection of 3. We should probably fix that. To do. Well, that's less than making a new one, so. We'll for sure just do that. Can we fix our boots? We don't really need leather anymore, because we got all our signs made. Yeah, perfect. That's the one downside to this, ladies and gentlemen. As far as I've been able to tell, that is. You know what? Let's sleep. We don't have our 4th pumpkin. Did we get a pumpkin in the night? No. Need to start considering other materials for the tower. I don't want it to be like 100% granite because I think that's going to look weird. So I'm thinking, you know, we make a balcony. We need some stairs and all that kind of stuff, so. First thing, though, we need to fill in these gaps. Kick bounties, huh? I'm good. I'm good, thank you. I'm sure what you're doing is great. I'm sure you're very good at it. Good. Yeah, it's all right. Did I miss a window? No. I'm just dumb. Poor chickens. We gotta do something about that water. It's not terrible. Sheep, you just gonna let that chicken push you around like that? Stand up for yourself, god damn it. Now, stairs. What am I thinking for stairs? Make stairs out of gravel. Cobblestone, obviously, there's a bunch of that around. We've used diorite. I think it's pronounced diorite. I heard it in a song. I heard it in a love song. Can't be wrong. I think I've been saying diorite, and I think it's diorite. And of course, there's none of that on Zelda Island, which is perfect. You see, it would make sense if this were not going to be, you know, jokingly, we called it the Tower of Hera a while ago. But that's going to be the vibe I'm going with here. So the idea is you don't make the big evil tower out of things that you can find close by, because that's not big or evil, right? So we are going to build the Zelda Tower here on Zelda Island. Tower of Hera, excuse me. And whoever commissioned this, you know, in a show of their strength and cruelty, the materials have to come from thousands of miles away, hundreds of miles away. Some would even say dozens. Of course, I think Minecraft works in kilometers, so I don't know what the hell that means. We use freedom lengths here. Base 10. Is that for people who don't know how to multiply? 8? I don't know. Was base 8, huh? What do you mean you count with your elbow? I get it. I guess let's head back up the mountain. We can find some up there. Speaking of weird math, your old pal Jason is a fountain of useless and strange information at times. And it came up, excuse me, in conversation last night. I was out getting my drink on. Hello, fellow youths. If you have a box of cake mix, okay, and you look at the nutrition facts, a box of cake mix says a serving of that cake is 1/9 of the mix. 1/9, ladies and gentlemen. Not a 10th, not an 1/8, but a 9th. And that's weird. That's just weird. And it's weird that I know that. I don't know why I know that. I don't know if I looked that up. I don't know if it was told to me. You know, I do passive research sometimes. Information just comes to me and I say, I might need that. And I file it away for later in my Stephen King mental filing cabinet. I don't think we've been up here before. I wouldn't have left this emerald here if we had. Or maybe it's new emerald. Maybe it grew. Maybe it's just moldy rocks. Nope. Yep. Yep. We're going to be able to see the tower from way the hell over here. There is not what I wanted. Not what I wanted up here. There's some floating blocks. Those are always fun. Now it's getting dark. And I think those are wolves. Calico wolves. And an armadillo. Hello, armadillo. You're supposed to be venomous? Poisonous? Something? Passive research. Like if you lick it, you die? I don't know. Don't lick strange armadillos, ladies and gentlemen. Have a friend lick them for you. Safety first. I don't need this iron. But here. More right in there. You know, all things considered, that NPR show, all things considered, this world has been pretty good when it comes to materials. Yeah, we're not going that way. I heard an Enderman. And I don't like that I heard an Enderman. We're just gonna go, I think. We're just gonna go. Hi, spider. You'd think with all those feet you'd be a little faster. Oh. Made fun of one spider, and they all show up. Where the hood at's gonna start playing any second now. I'm gonna be really scared. Witch. I don't want there to be a witch. I got no beef with you, witch. I learned my lesson. Turned me into a newt. I got better. Pardon me. I was watching Find a Man. I was watching a little bit of a clipped Phil stream. Because, you know, we got to talk about Phil every once in a while. And my God. He is so boring. Hey, I'm not great, right? I'm not saying people all the time be saying. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm the most entertaining person on the planet. I am 100% not. But my God, he just stares at his chat so much. And you know, maybe it'd be different. Maybe if I had people in my chat and it was moving, maybe I'd stare at it a little more often too. Maybe that's just him getting the leg up on me. You know what I'm saying? Getting the leg up on the pile. But he will go for minutes. Like 10 plus, 15 plus minutes sometimes. Hardly saying a word because he's just watching the chat go by. Looking for people to, people to ban or people to, you know, give him money or whatever. We had, at one point, a box full of just a bunch of random crap. I don't know where it went. I thought it was this one. It's not that one. Want the fourth pumpkin. That's all I want. Oh, man. All right, phone, you've been bling-blonging for a little bit. What's up? Because I just complained about Phil and now I'm doing this. Oh, my finch. I gotta take care of my finch. I made a... I don't want to call it a terrible mistake. We've talked about Finch on here a time or two, I think. If you don't have it or don't know about it, it's like a mental wellness app where you have a burb. You have a burb and you take care of your burb and you help your burb go from a toddler to a child to a teenager to an adult. You grow You raise your burb. And Noodles and me, we've been together for a year, maybe a little more. Long time, me and Noodles. And I put my friend code out. Came across like a group on social media. So I put my friend code out. Because there are a couple of people like, I'm just having a hard day, or I'm new and I don't have a lot of friends. And like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll do it. So I went from like 4 friends to 4 pages of friends. So my phone all the time be saying, my phone all the time be telling me, so-and-so did this, so-and-so did this. So-and-so requests a hug today. So-and-so reminds you to drink water. You know, grumpy old hermit that I am. I still want, you know, decent people to feel decent. If you're an asshole, sorry. You get what's coming to you. Myself included. There's been an awful lot of bullshit going on in the world, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, one of the things my phone just said, Jeff Tydrich, we listened to one of his emails a few weeks ago. God, it's probably been 3 months now? Probably getting close to 3 months. His wife died. And they were together 45 years, I think he said. And, so, you know, one of my emails, he says, we're taking a mental health day. I need it. And he has said, you know, writing these blog posts, these whatever we're calling them, is really a form of mental health for him. You know, it's an outlet for his wandering mind a little bit. It helps him focus, you know, stuff like that. And just every once in a while, he's like, today I'm taking a day. I'm struggling today, so I'm not going to be here. And I believe that's 100% appropriate. Your old pal Jason has a hard time doing that for himself. You know, I wasn't raised any kind of way, but I would rather work through a thing while working than not be working through a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm having a really bad day and I'm having just all the feels, and all the feels are bad feels, and, you know, I haven't been depressed in a long time. I think I discovered what works for me when it comes to that stuff, which is good. You know, everybody's got a thing, and when you find it, you know, you stick with it. It works until it doesn't, and then you do a different thing. I think it was Wednesday. I think it was just this last Wednesday. I woke up and like today is not going to be a good day. I can just tell. No, it was Thursday. It was Thursday, excuse me. It was Thursday. Oh, the worst day. No, we could just not have Thursdays anymore. Everything would be so much better. No, I woke up and I just thought, I'm not feeling it today. But I gotta go to work because I'm the only one. Like, literally, I'm the only one there right now. I saw some of what I want. This is what I want. I know. It doesn't look all that different. You're right. It doesn't. But I don't remember if it looks different when you polish it. If you can polish it. Whatever. What is this anyway? Andesite. Thank you. Anyway, so like Thursday, I get to work, and it's just one of those days where everything takes like an extra 3 steps. You know what I'm saying? This didn't work, and then this didn't work, and then this didn't work, and then before I could fix this, I had to go take care of this first, and then this happened. It was just one of those days, man. And there are a couple things that I do for myself when I have those days. Used to be I drank. Used to be. Like, I don't know if you guys know about this. I was engaged once for a while. I was pretty happy. Things were good. I thought things were good. And then after a while, she didn't think things were good anymore. So she dumped me. Which, you know, is fair. I know how I am. But it hit me pretty hard. This is the hardest breakup I think I'd ever had. Right. And I drank a ton. Because that's what I did. Really good day? Hey, let's go to the bar. Really bad day? I'm going to the bar. You stay away from me. Or liquor store, a bottle of gin. Did a lot of gin and tonics that year. A lot. The hell's that noise? Anyway, and eventually I'm like, you know what? This is not smart. I should not be doing this. This is not healthy. I still have to go to work. You know, I'm spending money I don't really have on booze that I don't need. And that's not good. It's not good. The chain reaction that could have happened from that would have been pretty devastating. And I don't know what made me really just stop and think, why am I doing this? Is this good? Is this bad? This is probably bad. Let's not do it anymore. Anyway. So I started doing other things. I haven't been able to write songs in years. I don't know why. I think I'm too much in my own head about it, but that was what I did for a little while, long time ago. I think my process changed, and now I struggle with the process. So I could change my process, but I also don't know that I need to. Need to write songs anymore. I mean, but anyway. So what I have found now is my good balancer. And, you know, I did mention a little hungover. I still go out every once in a while. Not very often. And I'll have a drink or 3 or 4. 4 last night over the course of like 3 hours. The problem is the bartender is an old friend of mine, and she takes care of me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need her to take that kind of care of me. But anyway. So this Thursday at work, that was just awful. There are 2 things I can do. So I've had this conversation with people. Because people all the time be telling me, why are you so unhappy? I'm not unhappy. Well, you never seem happy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you imagine your happiness meter, right? You got a gauge. And on this gauge, you have 10 is, you know, orgasmic elation. And pardon my horrible, horrible language. And 1 is time to drink kerosene. You know, some people, they cover that 0 to 10. Some people cover that. They have, you know, and not, I'm not talking like manic depressant kind of people who like just swing wildly from one side to the other. There are people who feel things really strongly. I am not one of those people. So that 1 to 10 scale for me is like 4 to 7, 3 to 7, you know. Not saying I'm sad all the time. Not saying, my range is very small. So people, why are you so sad all the time? I'm not sad all the time. You are a 8-9 person. I'm a 5-6 person. But when I find myself exceeding my range on either end of that, there's a couple things I can do. One of those things is I listen to music. And what I listen to when I'm getting out of my range, pardon me, coffee time, I listen to Tom Waits, or I listen to the Eels. Thursday was a Tom Waits day. Like 8 hours, Tom Waits music. It's wonderful. Loved it. I loved everything about it. It was great. Lifted me up like that Josh Groban feller. And I, still a little rough, but not as bad. And then Friday, I feel a little better. Things are still not 100% copacetic here across the board, but we're doing a little better. So Friday was an Eels day. We can polish andesite. We're going to make our stairs out of andesite. Let's make... that. Okay. Anyway, I don't remember why I started telling that story. Oh, wait. But I told it. Oh, Finch. We were talking about Finch. So, sometimes you gotta just need another person around to be like, hey, man, you got it. It's good. It's like that Eel song. Hey, man, now you're really living. That's a great song, ladies and gentlemen. It's a really good song. Big Eels fan. Your old pal Jason. Kind of came into my life right when they needed to and have been around for as long as I've needed them. Eels. Anyway, how are you? Are you feeling good? You doing? Welcome to Bummer Stream 2000. I just wanted to eat some sausage and drink some coffee and play some Minecraft. But nope, we had a whole philosophical discussion. Excuse me. I need to remember to hit the button. But that's what happens when I hit the button. I should have left some of that andesite, pardon me, and made slabs out of it. But I didn't. I really should have. Okay. I'll take that. Where do we want... We're going to come in this way. I think we'll come back here and we'll have stairs on the back wall. Okay. Want the floor here? Right there? What do you think, chicken? Yeah, I didn't want your opinion anyway. You, though, you look like you got something going on. Okay, fine. Screw you, too. Listen. I will kill all of you and then bathe you in the juices of your children. And then I will eat you. Sass me. Let's go there. And go out 1, 2. There. Right there. My eye. Oh, it burns. Something in it, and I think it's my finger. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Don't think you're going to get credit just for being on site during this project. They're a bunch of dicks. Speaking of dicks, I just learned the other day that I guess Andy Dick is homeless now. Living in like Arizona or something. Well, quote unquote living as a homeless person. He was kind of weird. He was kind of weird. Okay. Now I want to listen to the Eels. I want to play a song, like right now, and I'm probably in trouble for it. I don't know that I care. Should I do it? I don't know if you've picked up on this. I have no rhyme or reason for putting these blocks down in any kind of order. I'm just, yeah, okay, that sounds good. That one's too close. Yeah, that one's too close. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I just really want to hear this song right now. I talked about it. Now I'm invested. Let's turn that down a little bit.
Do you know what it's like to fall on the floor? Cry your guts out till you got no more. Hey man, now you're really living. Have you ever made love to a beautiful girl? Made you feel like it's not such a bad world. Hey man, now you're really living. Now you're really giving everything, and you're really getting all you can. Now you're really living what this life is all about. Just saw the sunrise over the hill. Never used to give me much of a thrill. But hey man, now I'm really living. Do you know what it's like to care too much about someone that you're never gonna get to touch? Hey man, now you're really living. Have you ever sat down in the fresh cut grass and thought about the moment and when it will pass? Hey man, now you're really living. Now you're really giving everything, and you're really getting all you gave. Now you're really living what this life is all about. Now what would you say if I told you that everyone thinks you're a crazy old cat? Hey man, now you're really living. Do you know what it's like to fall on the floor? Cry your guts out till you got no more. Hey man, now you're really living. Have you ever made love to a beautiful girl? Made you feel like it's not such a bad world? Hey man, now you're really living. People, do you know what it's like to fall on the floor? Cry your guts out till you got no more. Hey man, now you're really living. Well, just saw the sunrise over the hill. Never used to give me much of a thrill. Hey man, now I'm really living. People.
I love that song. And if you're thinking, Jason, was that an auto harp? You're correct. It sure was. And good on you for noticing. You know, but now I want to listen to a different one. That's okay. Like I said, these guys, Tom Waits, Eels, Warren Zevon, James McMurtry, these people run the gamut. This is called Things the Grandchildren Should Know.
I go to bed real early. Everybody thinks it's strange. I get up early in the morning. No matter how disappointed I was with the day before, it feels new. I don't leave the house much. I don't like being around people. Makes me nervous and weird. I don't like going to shows either. It's better for me to stay home. Some might think it means I hate people, but that's not quite right. I do some stupid things, but my heart's in the right place, and this I know. I got a dog, I take him for a walk, and all the people like to say hello. I'm used to staring down at the sidewalk cracks. I'm learning how to say hello without too much trouble. turning out just like my father, though I swore I never would. Now I can say that I have love for him. I never really understood what it must have been like for him, living inside his head. I feel like he's here with me now, even though he's dead. It's not all good and it's not all bad. And don't believe everything you read. I'm the only one who knows what it's like. So I thought I'd better tell you before I leave. So in the end I'd like to say that I'm a very thankful man. I tried to make the most of my situations and enjoy what I had. I knew true love and I knew passion, and the difference between the two. And I had some regrets, but if I had to do it all again, well, it's something I'd like to do.
Okay, got that out of my system. Thanks for entertaining me on that. Whoop. Oh no. I clicked the wrong thing. See if we lost all that progress. Oh, I really like those songs. I think they're really good songs. And yeah, those help me, you know, regulate how I'm feeling in general. Probably should have taken care of those while we were doing other stuff, but I didn't. We're gonna have so many eggs. I hope you hit 1,000 followers and 800 viewers and also earn $1,500 per stream. You're supposed to give away CPM like that? I thought that was illegal. You go to internet jail. That dog with the baseball bat's gonna come after you. I don't think we have any more polish to do we? We don't. We need to get more. Let's take a stack back to the house and get it polished. I wonder if it's a phase of the moon thing that the wraiths or whatever they're called show up. Going back to the eels for a minute. Just eels. I believe it's just eels. So, first big album, Beautiful Freak, had Novocaine for the Soul. That was the big single. Lucky Day in Hell was a single. And it was a good album. It was a good album. Really good, I think. There's a song on it called Spunky. It breaks my heart a little bit. It's really, really good. And then, you know, they toured and did all that kind of 90s alternative band stuff. And then nothing for a while. Nothing. And then an album comes out quite a bit later called Electroshock Blues, ladies and gentlemen. And Electroshock Blues was partially written basically in an asylum because Mark, the lead singer who goes by E, just the letter E, that's his last initial, committed himself because his mom died and then his sister committed suicide like right after that. And in the Things the Grandchildren Should Know song, he talks about turning out just like my father. Well, his dad was apparently like super genius. Mathematician, physicist, just like books, published papers, the works. I mean, really like super duper, like genius level dude. And not a very good dad, as people that are super duper smart tend to be. Not really good with other people. Family members especially, it turns out. So. Anyway, so he had a bit of a hard time. So he wrote this album called Electroshock Blues, which is, I think, a phenomenal album. Phenomenal album. Great songs like Last Stop This Town. There's 2 tracks, Going to Your Funeral, Part 1 and Part 2. Love them both. The last track on the album is called P.S. You Rocked My World. Fantastic song. A song called Ant Farm, which is really, really good. And the whole album's really good. And then the album after that is called Grace Kelly Blues. And this is kind of like, you know what? It's okay. You know, the whole vibe of that album is like, you know, bad things happen, but they're going to happen, and good things are going to happen. And you just got to deal with them in whatever situation is appropriate for you. And so that's got songs like Selective Memory and Jeannie's Diary and Packing Blankets and Wooden Nickels. It's a mother effer. Which is, I think, one of the greatest songs ever written. I'm not, no fooling on that. No, not Grace Kelly Blues. Excuse me. Daisies of the Galaxy is the name of the album. Grace Kelly Blues, I think it is a song on the album, and I think there's like a mini compilation that's got Grace Kelly Blues on it. Anyway, Daisies of the Galaxy. I think Railroad Man might be on that album. I'd have to look. Anyway, 2 other really good songs, Daisies of the Galaxy and Railroad Man. There used to be a little Eels community that put out cover albums. Fan-made cover albums. You record your cover, you send it in, you get on the album. And that was really like my first, not like public release, but like I sent in a song. I sent in Railroad Man for the first one. And it was selected and it went on the album, and I was really excited about that. And the cover art to this album, this Eels fan album, was like the Sgt. Pepper album artwork. It was very cool. I was super thrilled that I got to take part of that. My little tiny contribution of a song or two. One, two, three, four. 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it! It's not even. Oh well, it'll be fine. It's gonna drive me nuts now, though. And then I did Daisies of the Galaxy for the next one. I think I did a third one, but I do not remember. Do not remember. Well, I didn't put the trees there for looks. I put them there for materials, but weird that those three are like identical. Quit teleporting, whatever the hell you're doing over there. We need more granite. Believe it or not. To get out of that other vein. So let's sail around and see what we can find. We could always just switch over to creative mode. But I don't want to. Stop and grab these. Some of these for that island. Firefly bush. That was my 70s porn star name. Don't ask how I got that. Oh, the stories. You remember Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire? That's all I need to say. There's some. Hey, I appreciate you guys watching. If you're watching on demand or you're watching later, I do appreciate it. You know, this is not anything. I don't want to say it's not special, because it's really not. You know, how many thousands of people are doing this exact thing right now? I appreciate you guys hanging out and watching. If you lurk, if you comment, whatever, I appreciate y'all being here. You know, those little therapy sessions. Not just for me, maybe for everybody. If you It helps you decompress and disconnect from the real world for a little while. I hope it does, and I hope it's good for you. It's good for me. I tell you, I'm gonna go listen to some Eels songs today. I really have got other stuff I should be doing, but you know, chores are done. Can't mow the lawn. Rained. It's cold. Gonna be wet, so that's gonna go on hold for a little bit. That's an important lesson. Speaking of therapy, an important lesson. It's good to know when it's okay to not do something. You know, the state of the world being what it is. Not even the state of the world, just the way things are anymore. You know, hurry, go, go, go. Deadline this, deadline that. Gotta get this done so you can move on to the next thing. You know, that thing is gonna be there. Thing's gonna be there. Whenever you get to that thing, you know, it'll be there. I hope it's been a good routine, Jay. If it's not, you know, if this is ever not good for you, I want you to stop doing it. You know, like if the thing is a house fire, you know, obviously prioritize that. But I have a friend who works way too much. Like, has a full-time job and then has their own like business that they run outside of their full-time job, and they just like, I can never get caught up. I'm always behind, and it stresses me out, and my house is a disaster, and I don't have time or energy to take care of this, and all I do is sleep anymore and do. You know? If you're tired, that's because you need to rest. Take the rest when you can get it. It's much better than resting when you have the option to, than having to because you didn't rest when you should have. That's coming from me. I'm horrible about that. I've gotten better, but I'm still horrible. Progress. Back to my friend on their house. You know, well, I just don't feel like I'm getting anything accomplished if I don't finish the project. Progress is incremental. It's not a switch. It's a dial. Like, can you imagine how horrible these streams would be if I said, we are not doing anything else ever until we finish Tower of Hera on Zelda Island? Nothing. We're going to devote all 100% of our time. We're never going to, you know, farm chickens. We're never going to do anything other. How horrible that would be. I mean, that's all we've done like the last 2 episodes, but you know, we've had to split it up in little stuff, but progress is incremental, and it's okay that it's incremental. I told him, I said, look, just take an hour, one night a week, just like, okay, kitchen. Wednesday is kitchen day. I'm going to go spend an hour working in the kitchen, cleaning, cooking, whatever that is that I feel like needs to happen in this kitchen. I'm going to spend an hour on Wednesday. And if I don't get it all done in that hour on Wednesday, I'll have an hour next Wednesday. But I'll be an hour further along than I was on Tuesday. And that's totally fine. People got to learn to slow down a little bit. My opinion, of course. You don't have to agree. But if you disagree, you're wrong. Insert Kevin Spacey, Lex Luthor. Wrong. Just relax, man. Like I said, unless your house is on fire or there's a very concerning amount of fluid leaving your body, it's probably okay to take a little time. You know, just like, I think some of this stuff is supposed to be on the inside. I should probably get that checked out. Yes, you probably should. Isn't it a movie? An Evil Dead movie or something? Blood, that's supposed to be on the inside. I don't remember much about those movies. They kind of blend together in my mind with about 9 other cheesy movies like that. Guns don't kill people. It's these little hard things. What a time we had when I was a younger man. Surely, we said to ourselves, it will never be this dumb ever again in our lives. And look at us now, ladies and gentlemen. The Pope can't come to America for fear of physical violence. There's a hole there. Oh, our shield's gonna break soon too. We probably should fix that. Oh, and we're just about out of time anyway. Where has the day gone, ladies and gentlemen? I ask you. Thanks, Music Cue, but I had nothing to say after that. This is the introspective part of the episode, right before everybody hugs. You know the one. Fresh Prince of All in the Family Matters. Get away from me, spider. I have no beef with you. Anyway, Finch. Started talking about Finch forever ago. You feel like you could use a little, pick me up kind of thing. Something to focus you on things that aren't, I don't want to say real world things, but I'd check it out. It's free. 100% free. You can pay for it. You can become a guardian, they call it. Or you can just get it and use it. Been good for me. Good for me. I can't say it'll be good for everybody. There's a stick-with-itness to it. You have daily tasks and streaks, which is kind of a sketchy marketing thing a little bit, but I think if it's a sketchy marketing thing, pardon me, that is designed to be positive, I don't think it's sketchy. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking maybe the Wraiths came out on a full moon, but they don't, so maybe it's a new moon. We had the waxing crescent when we started. I'll have to try and remember to keep an eye out for that. I think this is going to look really good. That is doing it. I mean, we might, you know, later on remove some of the mismatched brick blocks and replace them so it matches a little more, but I think that's going to look pretty good. Oh, we just had a tree grow. Good job, tree. Look at you go. Little positive reinforcement for the tree. Never hurt nobody. Swamp Thing appreciates it. The Lorax appreciates it. There's two people you don't want to be on the wrong side of. Swamp Thing and the Lorax. My opinion, anyway. All right. Enemy drop there. Food here. We are a little hungry, so let's eat some melon. There's... I thought this chest was all granite. That's why I didn't check it. God damn it. Alright. Cobblestone. We don't need anymore. Let's clean this up real quick before I forget and then ruin everything for everybody. Ever. Next time I'll forget completely. We'll go and start this whole process over. I'm sorry. I mean, we didn't have enough in there anyway, but... If I knew anything about how redstone works, like, you know, we could even use redstone to make some traps and stuff in the tower. I don't know how redstone works. So. Pull out all of this crap. Okay, box for diorite. Diorite. I don't know. That's calcite. Be deep slate. It's a little calcite. Andesite. Amethyst. That was really not that great. Clay, clay and brick. We need to find homes for this stuff. We had a nautilus shell once. Where'd it go? That can go in there. Heart of the sea. I need to figure out what we do with those. These in there for now. That'll wake. I just like the look of that better. Okay. Oh, we need pickaxes. Do that. that before I forget, because then I'll forget, and then we won't have them for next time. And you guys will laugh at me. It'll make me feel sad. I have to tell my Finch all about how the people on the stream were mean to me. Noodles, they said that I didn't know my ass from a hole in the ground. And Noodles will say, cheap. And Noodles will be right. We finally got our 4th pumpkin. Go grab that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are done for the week. Oh, good stretch. Good pop. My stream deck is not stream decking anymore. Thanks for joining me, folks. Always appreciated. We'll be back next Sunday for our regular Sunday morning thing. Might be a little later than we were today. I have 2 gigs next Saturday. One's all day doing sound and playing at a outdoor festival concerty thingy, and then the other one's my usual Saturday night thing over at the bar I was just at last night. So I may be a little late. Probably not. Knowing me, I'll still be awake at like 6 o'clock. So thanks for joining me. Hope this wasn't too much of a downer. Tomorrow, Monday, we will be streaming our 2nd stream of Ghost of a Tale, which is a Redwall stealth mouse in a funny hat bard thing. A little silly because I'm bad at it. Silly. We'll figure it out. Thanks everybody for joining me. Thanks all the patrons. Thanks everybody on Twitch. Thanks everybody on YouTube. Thanks everybody on Kick, who is not a robot trying to sell me views, etc., etc. Speaking of, get out. And you. You guys don't need to hang out while I report the bots. Thank you very much, everybody. Again, I appreciate you. There's new episodes of Dragon Quest XI out today. If you want to check them out, we're getting closer and closer to the end of that game. Isn't that exciting? I need to record our next Patreon game. I've got them done, but I don't have the game for August done yet, and I feel like I need to. So I think I'll do that today. Thanks, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next time. Go listen to the eels.